How's it going, Smashers? I'm DatSmashBro and welcome to the Moveset Ideas series. With each new installment of Smash Brothers, there's a lot of new combatants for everyone to enjoy. For this series, I do moveset creations and predictions for potential newcomers. And for this video, we will be looking over a character who is a Sheikah ninja, the bodyguard and loyal friend of Princess Zelda, known as Impa. Impa is one of the characters from the Legend of Zelda franchise. She debuted in the first installment on February 21st, 1986, for the NES as an old lady. In most of the games that she appeared in, she is seen as an attendant for Zelda. Other timelines like Ocarina of Time, Skyward Sword, and both Hyrule Warrior games, Impa is seen as Zelda's bodyguard. Impa's tribe has been the protectors of the royal family of Hyrule for many generations. Ever since her debut, Impa has been a mainstay character for future Zelda games, and a favorite of the Zelda community. She did not become a playable character in a Zelda title until both of the Hyrule Warrior games. Age of Calamity acts as a prequel to Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom games. I know it is labeled as a spin-off game, but to me I see it as a prequel in a spin-off game form. Although she has been seen in Smash games as a trophy and a spirit, the question is this. What if Impa was converted into a playable fighter in Smash? I've managed to put together an entire move set for her, and I've also made an illustration of it all so people can have a visual understanding on how the character's fighting style could perform in the game. Disclaimer, what you are about to see is not an official move set by the Smash developers or Sakurai's company. This was made for fun and speculating. While I did made this to be as accurate as possible, the whole moveset could be changed if the character were to be included in future installments. So folks, without further ado, let's Naruto run into the moveset of Impa. As seen from the thumbnail of this video, I will be using her incarnation from the Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity game. For this moveset, she will use ninjutsu kick attacks, her Kakariko Kodachi sword, and kunais to fight the opponents with. On her size, she will be at the same height as Sheik. Her attack speed can be fast here as well. Because of that, most of her basic attacks will be somewhat weak, because I'll make her a rushdown character. She will be able to run at the same pace as Sheik and Little Mac. Impa will have a gimmick added to her moveset as well, but I'll go over it near the end of this video. Let's begin. For her jab attack, she swipes her sword sideways, followed by a roundhouse kick, and ending it with rapid sword stabs. This is the basic ground combo for Impa. She will do a powerful slash attack at the end of the rapid attack. For her front tilt, she does another slash attack, but this time she uses her kunai. You can use this move back to back, because the power behind this move will be weak. It will launch the fighter if their damage percentage is high. For her up tilt move, she does a handstand kick. This is basically Sheik's up throwing move in Smash. Impa will do the same thing, but as a tilt attack. However, it will take a lot of work to KO with this move. For her down tilt attack, she does a leg sweep. With this attack, the opponent will pop up from the ground, in which you can use her up tilt or any other attacks as a follow-up. This tilt attack won't kill. As stated earlier, her attacking power will be weak on low percent. The jab and tilts will be used to rack up in damage to the opponents. Now that we are done with her basic attacks, let's go on over to her aerial moves. For Impa's aerial attacks, she will use her Kodachi sword for one of them and perform kick attacks for the others. None of her aerials will have a multi-hit effect on them. For her neutral air, she spins herself with her sword. This move can be used as a follow-up from either her up tilt or down tilt. The attack itself will have a knockback effect. For her front air, she does a spinning axe kick. Impa performs this move in Age of Calamity. She creates a wind slash in front of her after the kick. If the opponent is under Impa while she is performing this attack, Impa will spike the fighter downwards. The air slash that she creates can be another hitbox for her to use. On high percent, this move can KO. For her back air, she does another roundhouse kick, but this time it's behind her. This move will come out fast. For her up air move, she does a front flip kick above her. This move is just like Falco's up air attack in Smash. However, this move will be weak in comparison. You can also use this move as a follow-up attack after her up tilt. For Impa's down air, she does a dive kick towards the ground. Impa will fall down towards the ground fast. If she hits the fighter with this move before she goes into a free fall, she can also spike the fighters. The landing will leave her vulnerable for a quick second. For her dash attack move, she does a running knee attack. This move will act as an attack to knock back the fighters with. Her running animation will be the Naruto run, and she will do this move after the running animation. If this move were to KO, the percentage has to be really high in order for you to kill with this attack. Now that we are done with her aerials and dash moves, let's go to her smash attacks. For Impa's smash attacks, she will be using her sword in all three of them. Nothing too fancy, nothing too flashy. So, to go through them, her forward smash attack is her performing a powerful slash. This move is used as a finisher. It will be her strongest basic attack in this move set. For her up smash, she does an overhead slash attack above her. Just like Joker's up smash in Ultimate, she does a small leap from the ground, while swiping her sword above her. On high percent, this move can KO. For the down smash of Impa, she does a circular slash attack at a low angle. This move will also be similar to Joker's down smash attack. On high percent, this can also KO fighters. So far, most of her moveset attacks here has been seen as basic or bland to most viewers. Don't worry, Impa's special attacks will be her using other moves. 2 of them will be kunai related, and the others will be different attacks. So, let's go on over to her specials. For her neutral special, she throws a kunai in front of her. This is the secondary weapon that Impa uses in Age of Calamity. If you just tap the B button, she will throw a single kunai. If you hold down the B button, she will charge and store up to 4 kunais. You can press the B button after storing the move, and she will throw the 4 kunais in front of her. The players can use this as a distance attack. This special move will have a multi-hit effect on it. It will be a little more powerful than Sheik's needle attack too. For her side special, she uses her wind blast attack. Impa gathers some talismans and creates a gust of spinning winds that travels in front of her. This special attack can have 2 uses for the player. The first one is that you can use this move on the edge of the stage as an edge guarding move. The winds will push them back further if the opponents are hit while airborne. The second usage is that the wind blast can nullify any oncoming projectiles. This special attack will have a small delay to it, but when performed, this move will have a multi-hit effect on the fighters. For her recovery, she uses her paraglider. Impa jumps into the air, throws explosive kunais into the ground, and uses the explosion blast below to propel her upwards with her paraglider. If she uses this move while standing on the ground, she will be sent straight upwards. If this is performed while in the air, she will be facing forward. With the airborne version, she will be able to glide back to the stage in a horizontal movement. For the ground version, she won't be able to glide to the side, instead will float downwards. For the explosives itself, the kunais will hit stun the opponents, and the explosion afterwards will launch the fighters. When performed in the air, the explosive kunais will explode on impact below. This recovery is better used as a horizontal recovery than a vertical recovery. She won't be able to propel herself high enough if done in the air. For her down special, she has a counter. This counterattack also has 2 different versions to it. If Impa is hit with a physical attack while in the counter pose, she will transform into an explosive barrel and detonate on the fighter. If she is instead hit with any projectiles while in the counter pose, she will turn into smoke and reappears, while the projectile goes right through it. Any other fighters that is near Impa when transformed into the barrel will also get caught in the explosion's blast as well. If she uses this counter on any fighters that has a high damage percent, this will guarantee you a kill. Now that we are finished with Impa's special attacks, let's move on to her grabs. For Impa's grab attacks, she will use her Kodachi sword for 3 of them, while using a physical attack for the single grab move. So, to go through them, her forward throw is her stabbing the fighter forward. For her back throw, she puts the fighter behind her and stabs them in the back. For her up throwing move, she tosses the fighter upwards and slashes them. And for the down throwing move, she teleports over the fighter and performs another dive kick on them. The forward, back, and up throws launch power will be weak, while the down throwing move can also have a pop-up effect. These are more used to rack up in damage. I did mention in the beginning that Impa will have a gimmick to her move set. So, let's get to it, shall we? In the Age of Calamity game, Impa can replicate shadow clones of herself. This makes her attack stronger and can hit even more fighters that are around her. In Smash, this mechanic will be implemented in her moveset, but in a somewhat different way. By holding shield and pressing the A button, Impa places an absorb symbol above the fighter. When attacking the same fighter with the absorb symbol, Impa will build up the rune gauge meter and will be able to summon the shadow clones onto the stage. Each rune will act as a level for Impa every time a rune is active. Level 1 is her producing one shadow clone. The single shadow clone will mimic Impa's base, aerials, dash, and smash attacks, but won't be able to mimic her specials or grabs. Level 2 will bring out two shadow clones, but their attacks will be a bit stronger. Level 3 will not only bring out and power up the two shadow clones, but her special attacks will be different or powered up. For her level 3 rune, her neutral special will be her shadow clones firing powerful lasers in front of her. Her side special will have another shadow clone performing a secondary wind blast, but it will use it in the opposite direction. Her recovery will have at least two shadow clones gliding beside her, one in front and the other behind, and they will drop kunais below them at the fighters. Her counterattack will replace her barrel bomb for the giant kunai that will act as her counterattack. The kunai will deal a lot of damage to any fighters this gets. You don't have to wait until the rune meter reaches to level 3 in order to use her shadow clones. If you are at any level, you can hold shield and press the B button to summon them. Each rune will last for 10 in-game seconds until the effects of each rune wears off. For the absorb symbol mark itself, it will linger over the fighter for 15 seconds until it disappears. Now, let's finish things up with her final smash attack. For the final smash of Impa, she will use this special attack here as her finisher. In Smash, Impa will summon her shadow clones to slash the fighters and stun them, stack explosive barrels near the stun and vulnerable fighters, and detonates them. For the damage itself, this final smash attack will launch and inflict 40% damage to the fighters that are near the barrels. For her stage, it can be Kakariko Village from Breath of the Wild. This is the village that Impa resides at after the events in Age of Calamity 100 years later. The players can be fighting in front of the big house where she lives. Platforms can be hovering above the fighters in a battlefield-like style. The pathways on both sides of her house can be the blast zones for the fighters to knock each other into. There won't be any hazards on the stage, but there will be cameos of other characters like Pekengo, Steen, and her future granddaughter, Paya. Robbie and her older sister Pura can make appearances as well. So folks, what do you think? Pretty interesting, huh? That's all I have for the moveset of Impa. If you have any thoughts or anything you would like to add to this, make sure to put it in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share, and turn on notifications. I also can do video requests for other characters' moveset ideas as well. If interested, you can check out my previous moveset videos I did on this channel. Thank you all for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next moveset. Take care, Smashers.